Actually, the first business idea, I just want to pay my rent. Yeah, when I first come to United States, I'm always struggling with the financial. And I like the Xi'an food, so I'm thinking, okay, let me open a business to sell the Xi'an food.
I travel the world writing, discovering the most marvelous things to eat and how they've come to be. Inspired by the uniquely Chinese-American dish General Tso's chicken, this is Tso'l Food, an American journey through the Chinese kitchen. I'm Gerald Tan. Seattle gets a bad rap. Grey, gloomy, with a high chance of rain. And it's true. Drear and drizzle seem baked into the city's DNA, a light but constant precipitation that residents call liquid sunshine. Yet the weather is just one facet of the Emerald City. Sylvan, mountainous, and waterside, this is a gateway to the great outdoors of the Pacific Northwest. Irrepressibly progressive, Seattle thrives on pushing boundaries, even creating its own sound, grunge, the alternative rock genre which inspired a subculture. Today, tech rules, the home of Microsoft, Amazon, and all matters cutting edge, with a culinary scene to match.
As we've become more of a tech city, we have a lot more international residents, and I think that they've also brought with them a different type of expectation for what the restaurant should represent. So now we see a lot more variety, a lot of diversity in the regions that are represented in Chinese cuisine.
Enter Biang Biang Mian.
This noodle is so famous in China. It's everywhere. After I come to Seattle, I really miss it. I decided to go back to China to learn it, how to make it. I stayed there about 6 months. And in the summertime, I remember that time it's so hot in Xi'an.
Who taught you?
I found an old, very old shifu. Yeah, old master.
A master?
Yeah, old master.
How many noodles do you have to finally pull before you felt like, you know what, I
Like-
got this?
It's 1 bag a day at least. So about 50 or 60 pounds.
50 or 60 pounds?
Yeah, practice every day. So we use 2 doughs in a plate and place it here. Stretch a little bit longer.
Okay.
Then 1, 2.
2, okay.
Yeah. If you're not doing good, just do like this. And then like that.
This is magic. 1,
2.
2,
3.
3.
Yeah. And this side here, press a little bit, and then pull it.
And
So
you
you
just
can-
rip it. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
rip it, yeah.
And then into the boiling water.
Into the boiling water. Yeah.
The cadence of that thwacking, agile and elegant, so second nature to Wu, takes mere seconds. A mound of dough flicked. 1 smack, 2 slap, 3 snap. Stretched to her arm span, it is now paper thin, but it's harder to handle than one might think.
I'm hitting my fingers, not the noodle. Oh,
Oh, sorry
ripped.
about that. Yep. Good job.
Too thick. Too thick. I mean,
thick.
look at it. It's all just wonky, right?
Follow me? Okay.
Yeah.
1,
Look, I mean,
2.
it's so quick. 1,
3.
2.
Oh, wow, good job.
I'm getting. How many times do you rip it?
2.
Two.
Normally it's 2 times.
That's it?
But this time you do better than me, you see?
Haha.
You learn pretty fast.
Okay.
You are a legend.
No. I got a great seafood now.
Thank you.
Here it goes.
Here.
To get oriented in Seattle, just look for that sky-piercing 1960s vision of the future, the Space Needle. At its base, a fantastical bouquet of blown, twisted sculptures in the Chihuly garden in glass. Then up the spire, a stairway to the skies for an endless view of majesty. From here, it's easy to see why the city gets its reputation as America's cloud capital. The nickname also inspired an eatery highlighting the flavors of 2 Chinese provinces.
Tell me about the name of your restaurant.
We decided, since Sichuan is often referred to as the land of plenty, and Yunnan means below the clouds, and in Seattle, of course, we have plenty of clouds, we decided it was just a natural combination of the two.
That's brilliant. How were you inspired by both Sichuan and Yunnan?
So we've done a lot of travel there, and we've always just loved the little bit of lighter freshness that comes from Yunnan.
It's a very diverse region, so things that people aren't familiar with when they think of Chinese food, like bright, fresh herbs. That's where Thai chilies come in, and that real heat often comes from the dishes that are inspired by Yunnan. And also, one of the spiciest dishes on our menu is the chrysanthemum salad. So people
But
are
it sounds so tame. At
innocent,
chrysanthemums.
right? Exactly. It sneaks up on you.
The interest started very early. I actually started taking classes at this local Asian grocery store when I was like 10 or 12 years old, in the back, like
No way.
folding dumplings and things with a bunch of housewives.
So you've got your
What?
dumpling game on.
I've been making
early.
dumplings for quite a few years.
Okay. How did you get on your noodle making journey?
Well, we started about 2 years ago doing a regular series of noodle specials every Sunday and Monday night. It would always be handmade. It would always be unique. And then through that obsession, we bought a very small pasta roller, and then we got one slightly bigger. And we just kept increasing the volume that we were doing in noodles every week.
The noodles shine at plenty of clouds, full of bounce and body, with plenty of character derived from locally grown wheat. After a minute bath in boiling water, they turn starchy enough to let house-pickled vegetables and pulverized pork with prickling seasoning cling to these slippery tangles. Textbook Dan Dan Mian. The name of the dish traces back to its days as a street snack in Sichuan, sold by vendors carrying bamboo poles with baskets on either end, a contraption known as danzi.
The really important pieces that you can't do without are going to be the roasted sesame paste, the yasai, the preserved vegetables, and the Sichuan peppercorns that give you that lovely little tingle on the tongue.
What makes a good tantan noodle?
To me, it all comes down to the noodle. That's why we decided to go ahead and just make all of our own noodles in-house. We decided that we were surrounded by such beautiful Washington wheat that has this like wonderful nuttiness and also a good strength that you need for a proper bite of a noodle.
Mix it all up?
Yeah, mix it all the way up from the bottom. Get the sauce to coat everything. Wonderful.
Okay, fair warning. Hot pepper pansy here. I'm gonna sweat.
Okay, that's fine. It's our chili oil is the middle of the road. It's not too extreme.
As usual, my tongue
Yeah.
is starting to lose sensation.
Uh-huh.
Look at that. Glistening under all that sauce and makes you just hungry for more.
What is this city's obsession with biang biang noodles? I think it's just, it's such a nice sounding word, right? You know, who doesn't love noodles?
Where does it get its name from? Because it's a great name.
Oh, because the sound when we do this noodle, you know, when we against this table, you hear the sound.
Biang.
Yeah,
Biang.
yeah, yeah. It come from here.
You know, a lot of dishes, you know, we know by sight, by smell, but this, the biang biang noodle, I feel like it is recognized by the sound of it.
Right,
But-
it is.
And would you go around the streets and just hear this, all the chefs?
Yeah, it's a special scene on the street in China.
The Mandarin character for biang is the most complex one in Chinese, with around 60 individual strokes. The pictogram looks like a bowl of noodles, combining the words for long, silk, and horse. Biang hints at Xi'an's legacy as the starting point of the ancient Silk Road.
The noodle's shape is wide, flat, like a belt. It has another name called belt noodle.
But what about the sauce that goes with it?
So the sauce is a secret. I can't tell you all.
You can't get enough coffee breaks in this city, and the choices are bewildering for those trying to escape the daily grind or indulge in one. But true indulgence takes the form of Pike Place Market, Seattle's preeminent farmers market and purveyor of the delicious Australian-style Greek yogurt, piroshki Russian hand pies, fluffy Chinese buns locally called hanbao, a riot of aromas, textures, and hues.
Pike Place Market is such a historical place and definitely an attraction for lots of visitors. But for locals like me, we come here the secret times when it's not so packed. I love getting all the fresh fruits in season and of course the flowers. The flowers are incredible.
Not to mention seafood, with the most famous, if not most filmed, fishmonger putting its own spin on the phrase, a fresh catch.
Hey Gerald,
Hi there.
these are Dungeness crab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How,
Beautiful.
How big is this really? I mean, like,
This is about a. How big's this crab? How big's that crab? Hey, yay! That's a 2 1/3
2 and a
pounds.
third.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, these are two ups. That's what we call them. Back jack. Yeah.
You do that really well.
Yeah.
Do you know if it's male or female?
These are all male Dungeness crab. You can tell by the abdomen area here.
Okay.
Comes to a point. The female is more of a round, curved area.
Okay.
We're not allowed to sell female Dungeness crab
Why is that? You know?
because they need to reproduce, repopulate. You know, they
right.
really control that. Here, you should try one of our Dungeness crab.
Wait. Just like that?
Just like that. It's pretty easy. I grew up here and I'm used to eating cold crab. Unless you're out catching them yourself and cooking them that night.
Right.
Most of the time you're just eating them cold. So it's already cooked in seawater there. You can try that.
All right.
Do you have a paper towel?
I mean, the flavor is really robust.
Yeah, they're nice. They're sweet, sort of a delicate, nice meaty texture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to throw one?
Sure. One Dungeness for Hillary.
One Dungeness for Hillary. Yay! Yay! Wow! You just bought 2.
There we go. Thank you.
The Dungeness is just absolutely one of the very best things to eat, and it's just right up there at the top of what is desirable, what everybody wants, and it's accessible.
Right.
People, even in small boats, can catch them. People can catch them off the pier. Some people wade out in shallow flats and catch them by hand and so forth.
Not only is it, integral to the economy, it's also part of the culture of living here.
Absolutely.
Going out crabbing,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes. There's nothing quite like harvesting it yourself, bringing it home, cooking it yourself, and the experience of the catch with the crab is another level of flavor.
When you start with an ingredient this sweet and delicate, the cooking ought to be equally subtle to enhance rather than detract, incidentally a cornerstone of Cantonese cuisine, and a speciality of J Garden in the CID, Seattle's Chinatown International District.
We're very blessed because we're next to the coast, next to the coast city, so we get imports in very, very nearby. So yeah, seafood's very important in our cuisine, and especially in our stir fry too. We stir fry seafood too here. In the Pacific Northwest, we got Dungeness crab here. So
How do you prepare your Dungeness crabs here?
yeah, we got many styles. So a very popular one is with the ginger scallion one. It's a ginger scallion sauce. We have our chef, cut into pieces. After we cut into pieces, we put it in the fryer for a little bit to help crisp the outside. And after that, our chef prepares scallion, ginger, and onion. And then after that, we have to throw in a little garlic in there too. Oh, there's
And
crab.
what do we have here?
Oh yeah. So that's our ginger scallion crab here over noodles too.
I got to take a much closer look at this.
Yeah, it's
Plate-
delicious.
It's staring at me.
There you go. Yeah. We like to keep the shell to everything.
Look at that.
Yeah.
This is really inviting.
Yeah, it's
So
delicious.
how do I attack?
Oh, well, I mean, let's go with the leg first. Let's do
Okay.
it. Yeah. And there you go.
Be careful. Whew.
Yeah, it's hot.
I just did
Careful.
it again.
There you go. Awesome. Usually it's just stir fried with ginger and scallion and onions, but today we added a special noodle base. Yeah, a lot of people get it on their birthdays because noodles, tradition,
Longevity.
There you go. Exactly. So a popular dish for celebrations and birthdays and all that.
nobody knows the nooks, crannies and chronicles of this neighborhood quite like Dean Wong, part photographer, part living archive.
When you walk down these streets, what do you think of? What do you remember? What does Canton Alley mean to you?
The history of my childhood. Chinese school's just around the corner, right at the end where the fence is. This is an alley that I grew up playing in. We would play in the playground here.
Right.
It's not really a playground, there's no grass. This is the cover of my book, Seeing the Light, 4 Decades in Chinatown.
Ah, this is right there.
This is the grill of this door right here.
Ah,
His name is Herman. His parents ran a grocery store around the corner. Before the freeway, that part of King Street was mostly industrial warehouses.
okay.
I lived right next to the freeway in the storefront, which is still there. I would walk up and down King Street to Maynard Avenue every morning with my mom because she ran a laundry down there. During the late 70s, the city wanted to close the Milwaukee Hotel because of the fire code violations. The community, and I mean young Asian American activists, they stepped in to help manage the hotel. And they organized a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week fire watch, which was required by the fire department to keep the building open.
Inevitably, we end up at Wong's regular haunt, which was also that of the late actor Bruce Lee.
We're at Tai Tung Restaurant, the oldest Chinese restaurant in Seattle. Probably one of the oldest in the country. It's full of history. You look at all the signs and all the details and all the loyal customers.
The walls are actually filled with your photos here. And what do you hope to capture through your photos?
I want to capture life, all the life's moments that I've seen, leave it for another generation.
Oh, Harry.
Yeah, okay.
Tell us.
What
do we have
I'm
here?
going to introduce you the whole Chinese American food.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. This is one of the dishes called sweet and sour spare rib. This is Bruce Lee's favorite. Oyster sauce beef. He like to eat a lot of protein.
How long have you worked here now?
Well, I started working since 1968.
Okay.
Yeah, quite a long time.
Right. But then this restaurant has been in your family the whole time?
Yeah, the family started in 1935 by my grandfather. We have been here a long time.
Harry cooks. Sometimes he'll be behind the wok.
Oh, I sure do. You know, when we're busy, the kitchen kind of, help. I just go in and do my cooking.
Bruce Lee has his kung fu, you have your kung fu.
My kung fu is the cooking.
Some restaurants preserve the city's past, others the memory of childhood flavors, like those of Joseph Guo and his son David Liang.
我是从内蒙古出生的。我从小生活在内蒙的农科院，我父母在农业科学院去工作。我从小就爱吃。
Joseph, I know a lot of these dishes are very personal to you. Do you have a favorite?
哦，我最喜欢的菜就是这个。其实我们从小到大，就从小的时候就用这样的方法做菜，所以你看，我们大胆的用土豆去做沙拉，这个一般人很少这样去做的。你像如果我们的身体不舒服了，去替代蔬菜，我们整餐就吃这个，然后肠胃就会非常好，身体就会非常好。
our signature smoked breast chicken. First of all, to make it, we have to
Take a look at this. Come a little closer.
we have to marinate the chickens and then stew it for 1 to 2 hours on a really low temperature. So basically slow cook it, and then after that, I had to soak it for another an hour or so. After that, we took it out, dry it a little bit, and then put it in a big smoker.
How traditional is this? Is this something I would find in China?
哦，这是我们家乡内蒙古离我们家50公里桌子山熏鸡啊，每次开车我带你去吃。
We have to bring this drink in. I mean, look at it. The color is just so vivid. It pulls you right in.
Yeah. This is sea berry. It's grown locally, that's right. In a wild berry factory. That's actually the only source. We never expected to find it in Washington.
Our food here, we try to translate or interpret things as simply as possible. We certainly don't feel like we're representatives or masters of something. It's just something that we've found things that we love, and we just want to share those with our guests.
We just stay true to ourselves, you know, stay true to our roots, you know. I mean, we've been serving the same kind of cuisine for the, you know, most part 18 plus years. Everything's still done the same exact way, even though they're very old school to some people. It's done that way.
What the plan to keep it going, you know, because I have a lot of customers, you know, they keep telling me, don't close it, you know, and I will tell them, as long as I'm here, the door is open.
It's hard to find a good job without diploma here. And I like the Xi'an food. So I'm thinking, okay, let me open a business to sell the Xi'an food. So when I first started, I worked super hard. Like I work average 17 hours a day.
So you say you have no diploma.
No.
You didn't know how to make noodles to begin with.
No.
You went home, learned from a master for 6 months. You opened a small shop, and now you've got 3 restaurants?
Yep.
It's a remarkable story, and you've just proven through hard work. You're living your American dream.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm still chasing my dream.
Geography often determines destiny. Tucked away in a temperate corner of the nation, surrounded by inlets and under cloud cover, Seattle has come to develop a swagger of its own. A haven for every color and creed, where the experimental is encouraged and the unorthodox thrives. The very forces that shape culture and cuisine, that let chasers and dreamers achieve, even if it means getting a little wet along the way.